Hi and welcome back to Great Guitar Lessons with Barry Werhoftig. Took a little hiatus there for the holidays, so I'm going to try to be a little more consistent with my posting videos. So today we're going to work on a very cool classical guitar piece by Matteo Carcassi, and he was born in Florence, Italy, 1792. Died in Paris in 1853, if you'd like some little background. And he was a virtuoso. This is a nice study in A major. It's number 3 in A major, finger style. And the cool thing about this piece is that it doesn't need vocals. And so if you're not a singer, or if you don't have a singer, if you do sing and you want to do a solo piece, this is a nice full sounding piece that you can do. So I'm going to do it without repeats. And after that, I'll explain all the cool stuff that I'm doing. Okay? So here we go. First section, no repeat now going on. So now I'm going to explain basically the chords that I'm using as I go through the piece. Break it down a little bit. So these chords are sort of suspensions. The first chord is a very pleasant sounding A6. So it has an F sharp on the top note, 2nd fret, 1st string. And that changes. I'm just going to play the chord rather than do the arpeggio at first. So it's just sort of A6 to A. This next chord we can call an E over G sharp, because the G sharp is the bass note, okay? That would be kind of the 9th, the F sharp on top, which changes to the open E. And this is a good old E sus, E7 sus if you will, to E7th. And then an A add 9. Then an A major 7th. And then an A sharp diminished, easy for me to say, a B7 sus 4 to B7 to E. This is an E on the, barring the 4th fret, basically, at the 4th fret. So that's the first segment of the piece, and that section repeats. So if we're doing it with the right hand arpeggio, it would look something like this. And on like that. The next section of the piece starts on an E chord. We can call this an E add 9, and there'll be this will be mapped out on my Patreon site, of course. Without arpeggios, just the next chord we could just call an A major 7th with an E in the bass to an A 6th. This next chord let's just call an F sharp 7th over E. Next chord is an E7 sus 4. Still keeping this low E in the bass. This next chord we're going to call an F diminished. A little tricky. The next chord is an F sharp minor on the top 4 strings. The next one is call it a D or a D6 to a D7th to a bar C sharp 7th. And there's a little pivot, this little melody in the bass. Gives us these two open strings, which is engineered that way. Carcassi wrote it that way. So you could have time to move your left hand back down the neck to an A6 again. This next section keeps the A in the bass for a long time. So it's, and then an E sus with A in the bass creates some nice tension. An E add 9 again with A in the bass. Back to our A add 9, A in the bass. F sharp, 7 sus 4, D6. This next chord, which is very dissonant, we'll just call an F7th, flat 5, would make sense, to an E7th, and back to the A. Okay. So thanks to you all for checking out this lesson. Let me know what you think in the comments below, of course. Be sure to visit my Patreon page and become a supporter. That's very important. And if you do that, you'll have access to the tablature and the notation, the chord grids, and all that good stuff. This is Barry Warhoftig here signing off. Please feel free to share this lesson, and happy picking.